Lesson 17 GSTR-1 Return Quarterly. In this chapter, we will discuss about quarterly GSTR-1. In our previous chapter also, we have discussed about GSTR-1 that it includes details of all outward supplies. There are certain businesses which file GSTR on quarterly basis. Such businesses can every month upload their B2B registered and debit note, credit note registered invoices using IFF, that is Invoice Furnishing Facility. This is beneficial for their parties also, as their parties can claim the ITC each month instead of waiting for 3 months. Hence, in this chapter, we will discuss about quarterly GSTR return and IFF, that is Invoice Furnishing Facility. Using IFF Invoice Furnishing Facility, you can upload or you can basically file e-return for your B2B registered and debit note, credit note registered invoices for the first and the second month of the quarter. Let us suppose you are filing GSTR for the second quarter, that is July, August, September. Then for the month of July and for the month of August, you can upload your B2B registered and debit note, credit note registered invoices. This is again beneficial as the parties can claim ITC and they do not have to wait for the 3-month period. To use the IFF option in Busy, first of all, we are going to display GST reports, GST returns option. Here the first option is in IFF Invoice Furnishing Facility. On clicking the IFF option, a window is appearing with various report options. Here first option is for the month of, that is for which month you want to upload your transactions. Then is account to be shown by name, alias or print name. You can select the required option. Treat taxable amount and tax amount as invoice value. If you specify yes in this field, then taxable amount, that is the amount on which tax is to be calculated, plus the amount of tax will be treated as invoice value and no other value will be included in that. That is, if you have charged any other bill sundry, then that bill sundry will not be included as invoice value. Only the taxable amount plus the tax amount will be considered as invoice value. Then is exclude exempt NR/ZR entries from taxable invoices. If you specify yes in this option, then the exempted, nil rated or zero rated entries of a taxable invoice will be shown under the section exempted, nil rated, zero rated 8 section. Otherwise, they will be shown under B2B invoices 4A, 4B, 4C, 6C section. So this option is useful for multi-tax invoices in which there is a single invoice with the taxable entries also and zero rated, nil rated or exempt entries. Next, click OK button. On clicking the OK button, you can see IFF window is appearing, which is showing B2B invoices 4A, 4B, 4C, 6B, 6C and credit debit note registered 9B for the month of July. Now we will discuss about the IFF e-return. We are going to IFF Invoice Furnishing Facility e-return option. Here this is asking direct upload JSON or CSV file. You can select the option as per your requirement. Then you need to select the month, account to be shown by, treat taxable amount and tax amount as invoice value, exclude exempt NR/ZR entries from taxable invoice. These options we have already discussed. Then is special characters to be removed. Here you can specify any special character or we can say junk characters which is to be removed from the data so that no error occur while generating the file. Then is e-return file path. Here you need to specify the path where the JSON file will be created. We are giving here the path of the desktop. Then click the OK button. On clicking the OK button, this is asking check errors in transactions or proceed with JSON. It is always recommended to first check for any error so that there would be no error at the time of generating the file. For this purpose, we are clicking the check errors in transaction option. Here on the screen, you can see a blank report is appearing, which means your data is perfectly fine. There is no error in the data. If there would have been any error, then that entry would have been shown here along with its reason in the error description column. Next is proceed with JSON. We are clicking the proceed with JSON button, and on clicking this button, Busy has created a JSON file at the path you have specified in the e-return file path option. We have specified the path of the desktop, so here Busy is also showing the message that at the desktop JSON file has been created successfully. Now we are coming on the desktop. Here you can see the JSON file has been created. Now as the JSON file is created, our next step is to go to the GST portal. We are going to gst.gov.in, clicking the login button, specifying the username, password. On specifying the valid details, a screen is appearing. Here first of all we need to click the return dashboard button. On clicking the Return Dashboard button, next screen is appearing in which we are selecting the financial year, quarter, that is for the quarter for which we are furnishing these details. So we are selecting the quarter 2, and then in the period we will select the month. So here we are selecting the July month as we are furnishing details for the month of July. Next, click the search button. Here various sections are appearing. Here in the details of outward supplies of goods or services, we will click the prepare offline button. Next we'll click the choose file button and we will select the JSON file that we have created from Busy on the desktop. We have just created a JSON file on the desktop, so here we are selecting that file. So this is the process of uploading JSON on the GST portal. Next, we will discuss about the filing of GSTR-1 return on the quarterly basis. Till now, we have discussed about the IFF. Now, we will discuss about GSTR-1 return to be filed every quarter. For this also, we are going to display GST reports, GST returns, and clicking the GSTR-1 with effect from May 2021 option. Specify the quarter for which you are filing the return, accounts to be shown by, skip HSN summary. If you wish to skip the HSN summary, that is, you do not want to view the details HSN code wise, then you need to specify yes in this data field. Then is skip document summary. If you specify yes in this data field, then invoice number wise details, or we can say voucher number wise details, will not be shown. Then is show exempt NR/ZR entries in taxable invoice separately and treat taxable amount and tax amount as invoice value. We have already discussed these options. And the last option is skip IFF invoice furnishing facility invoices. None, that is you do not want to skip data for any of the month. Then is skip month 1. You want to skip B2B registered and debit note credit note registered invoices of first month, that is the first month of the quarter. Skip month 2, you do not want to include the details of B2B registered and debit note, credit note registered invoices for the second month of the quarter. And then is the skip both, that is you want to skip details of both the months. I will explain this with the help of example. Suppose you are entering details of quarter 2, that is July, August and September. If you select the skip month 1 option, then details or invoices of July month will not be included in the quarterly return. If you select skip month 2 option, then the invoices of August month will not be included in this return. And if you select the skip both option, then invoices for both July and August month will not be included in the return. Invoices here means only the B2B registered and debit note, credit note registered invoices. Then click OK button and on the screen you can see the GSTR-1 return on the quarterly basis. This report is showing all the details except the invoices which you have chosen to exclude. Next, you can file e-return for the GSTR-1 using the GSTR-1 with effect from May 2021 e-return option. Here this is asking, do you want to directly upload, use the JSON option, CSV file as per government template, plain Excel? You can select the required option as per your requirement. So this is the process for generating GSTR-1 e-return. In this chapter, we have discussed about the IFF and the GSTR-1 quarterly return. At the end of the chapter, we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter, you would be able to easily file GSTR-1 return on quarterly basis. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.